I'm Haley Hepworth, and this is my first morning announcements.
I'm Sean McClellan, and this is also my last morning announcements.
I'm Manno, back with the fastest minute in Mepham sports.
I'm Hannah Broxman. I've got this week's Around Campus.
I'm Sid, and I've got your What Is That?
I'm Cumulonimbus Charles, and it's good to be back, Mepham.
These are the BMB morning announcements for Friday, September 9th.
Good morning, Mepham. Today is Friday, September 9th, day 5. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, Pirates, welcome back to school for the 2023 school year.
Sean, do you realize you just said welcome back for the very last time?
Oh my God, don't remind me. That's, sensitive. We're seniors.
Where is the time gone?
Speaking of senior, order forms are in the class of 2023. Jerseys on the senior Google Classroom and all over the Instagram page. It sounds so weird saying we are graduating this year.
That does sound weird, but aren't you excited for a new year with new beginnings and new students?
Yes, and I'm excited to get to know our new principal, Mr. DeMartinis, as he sat down with Hannah Broxmeyer on this week's Around Campus.
Hello, and welcome back to Around Campus. I'm Hannah Broxmeyer, and I'm joined by our new principal, Mr. DeMartinis. So how are you today?
Hi, Hannah. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me back.
Of course, anytime. So we got to talk to you a few weeks ago for our BMB Goes Back to School special, which you should definitely check out on the BMB YouTube channel, if you haven't yet. You said you were excited to be a part of the Mepham family. How do you think that's going here week 1?
Week 1 has been amazing. Thursday was picture-perfect weather-wise. I think everybody was really excited to be back. There's really positive energy throughout the whole building, and we've carried that into this week. It's been great getting to know the students, the staff here at Mepham, and I'm really excited about the year to come.
It's definitely been a great start to the year. So how do you feel about being our new principal?
It's truly an honor. It's the pinnacle of my career. I really feel very lucky to be here with all of you, and I'm excited to work hard for all of you to provide as many opportunities as I can with all the teachers and the staff here, and I'm really excited to make this year special.
So what are your plans for this new school year?
So I really am looking forward to seeing Mepham in action. You know, sports are back. We've got our clubs and activities starting today after school. I saw a lot of the advisors down in the cafe and the gym, and I really am looking forward to seeing all of the programs and everything that Mepham has. Specifically, some of our bigger events we want to do really big, like homecoming. We're talking about bringing in some food trucks and vendors and fun games and activities for everyone to enjoy Pirate Fest. And Battle of the Classes is going to be bigger and better than ever. I've already asked Mr. Patton to start preparing his voice to MC that night.
I can't wait for all of these events. So how will this school year be different from the rest?
Well, I think this year the feel is that we're getting back to what high school should be. You know, we've rolled back a lot of what we had to do, coming out of the past several years. And, we're getting back to working together in groups, doing presentations, really having some rigor in our classes and working really hard to make sure that we're as prepared as we can be for after Mepham. Because whether your plan is to go to 4-year school, 2-year school, trade school, or the armed forces, we want to make sure that every student is really prepared for their path and feels comfortable and confident in that path.
Definitely. Are there any upcoming events you're excited about?
I'm really excited to get out on all the sports fields. So I know girls soccer opens up today against Plain Edge here, and football is opening up against Elmont. We've got volleyball in action, and I'm really looking forward to, as a former coach and an athlete myself, seeing the sports teams and all the athletes, play. And then I'm looking forward to some of the bigger events that we have coming, like homecoming and Battle of Classes, and also really excited to see some of our clubs like robotics, and we have a new esports team that I'm really excited to see in action.
There's so much going on. I can't wait for it all. So are there any changes you want to make this year?
I mean, I really came into MEPM knowing that Mr. Gomez, your former principal, was an incredible leader and is an incredible leader. And I really wanted to kind of see the MEPM community and how it was running and everything that you and other students were doing to support the community here. So I really didn't come in with plans to change anything. Of course, then we changed the first thing. We changed 9th grade orientation, which I think went really well. We had students moving around in different stations and meeting the assistant principals and some of the counselors and clinical staff, some of the student leaders like yourself who presented. And I think it was a really nice day. So as much as I'm really not coming in trying to change too much about MEPM, we are going to tweak here and there and try to make things, as fun as possible for students.
Yeah, and freshman orientation was a big success for everyone, I think.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. DeMartinis. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Hannah. Mr. DeMartinis. What a guy, right? I can't wait for such a great year with him as our brand new principal.
So September doesn't always mean just a return to school. It always commemorates the anniversary of the attacks on September 11th. 9/11 was a terrorist attack on the nation. 4 planes were hijacked by terrorists, 2 of them flying into the Twin Towers, 1 into the Pentagon, and 1 crashed into a field in Pennsylvania. This attack led to the creation of the Department of Homeland Security, which is responsible for preventing terrorist attacks, border security, immigration, customs, and disaster relief and prevention. The 9/11 Commission was also created in order to learn why 9/11 had occurred and who was the mastermind behind it. As all of the students in this building, we must continue to learn about this tragic moment in our history in order to lead informed lives and never forget.
In other unfortunate news, yesterday afternoon, we learned of the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. She was the longest reigning British monarch whose rule spanned 7 decades.
She passed peacefully, and our hearts go out to her family. Sean, did you know that I'm a dual citizen in England?
No, I didn't. Haley, do you know what my favorite restaurant is?
I'm not sure, but I think I know where this is going.
What's your guess?
Smashburger.
How'd you know? Smashburger, of course. On September 15th, we will be having a fundraiser at Smashburger. Say you are with BMB, and we will get a portion of the profits, so we can go to STN. For those of you who don't know, STN is the Student Television Network convention where we will compete with schools all across the country and expand our knowledge of broadcasting. You can also help us get to STN by buying chocolates from BMB members in the hallways and coming out to Smashburger next Thursday. Thank you all for your great support.
And don't only support BMB, but also MEPM Cheer and Kickline. The varsity Kickline and varsity cheer teams are raffling off a brand new Louis Vuitton Never Full bag valued at $2,030 to help defer the cost for nationals. Raffle tickets are $20 each and can be purchased from any varsity Kickline or varsity cheer member in your class or from me. The tickets are on sale until September 23rd, and the winner will be drawn at the varsity football game on September 24th. The winner does not need to be in attendance at the game, but you definitely should be. And if you are interested, please contact Ms. Dennis, Coach Younger, or any of the Kickline or cheerleaders.
This past Monday celebrated Labor Day, a holiday that I actually don't know too much about.
I think everyone knows where this is going.
Oh, yep, you do. What's that?
Well, you just said it yourself. Here's Sid Alicetti with this week's What Is That?
What is that?
What is that?
What is that?
Let's find out.
What is that?
What's up, everyone? It's me, Sid, again. Maybe not again for some of you because I might be new to some of you freshmen, but you'll get to know me pretty soon. I hope you all enjoyed your first, well, technically second week of school. The first week was just one day. And that is partly due to a holiday which we know as Labor Day, and I'm here to tell you what that is. Labor Day is always on the first Monday in September. It was first created by the labor movement and became a federal holiday in 1894. It originally started as 2 labor unions creating conventions in New York City. Many workers were unable to attend because of their jobs. As more and more people started participating in the conventions, employers began granting days off for the employees. We celebrate Labor Day in order to honor and commemorate the American labor movement and the contributions of labor to the overall development of our country. Many people recognize this day as their unofficial end of summer and take their final trips to the beach and host their final barbecues. Anyways, that's it for me. And now you know. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Sid. Anyway, there are so many clubs in the school, and I'm not talking 5 or so, I'm talking double digits. From AWOD and Leo Club to the new Esports Club, Operation Smile, and so much more. MEPM has so much to offer. If you would like to learn more about these clubs, there are flyers all over the first floor hallway.
Not only do we have clubs, but we have sports. The Bellmore-Merrick Chargers received their rings after capturing gold in the first ever girls flag football championship this past year, and making history in the girls' sports once again. The Chargers were a team of 23 females from across the district and were coached by Coach Kracko and Coach Moody.
Hey, Haley, how do you think football's going to look this year?
I think it's great, but I think you're asking the wrong person for that. Here's Matt Manno with the fastest minute in Mepham sports.
Oh! With the Cuccinella to the house!
Thanks, guys. Let's see if I remember how to do this. The fall season is finally here, and on the second day of school, games are already being played. The boys soccer team opened their quest for a state title on Tuesday with a 3-1 win over Lourdes, which included this Isaiah Contreras goal off the corner kick. They also took on Manhasset yesterday and will be featured on the first BMB game of the week of the school year as they take on Wanta on Wednesday the 14th. Also on Tuesday was the girls volleyball team, who opened their season with the win in straight sets versus Plain Edge. And the Bellmore-Merrick Lady Sharks opened their division title defense with 2 meets in 3 days versus Plainview and Jericho. Riley Freed already qualified for states in the 100 butterfly with a 58.9. Wow, that's fast. Wednesday, the girls soccer team took on Plain Edge, not Plainview, and tied 1-1. And yesterday, both volleyball teams opened league play with the boys traveling to Southside in Southside's first ever game with the boys team, and the girls staying home to face Mineola. And another league that opened play yesterday was the NFL. And it took long enough, where the Buffalo Bills took on the Super Bowl champion Rams. And because this was filmed before that game kicked off, let's just say for argument's sake that the Rams won and my fantasy team already lost, because I'm just going to say Josh Allen probably put up 34 fantasy points. Thanks, man. Back to Bellmore before I take on the rest of the show. The girls' tennis team meets Massapequa, and the cross-country team starts their season at Eisenhower today, and thankfully, I'm not running. I just cannot do distance. And finally, tomorrow, the boys' soccer team plays East Hampton in a neutral site game at Jericho, and the football team, quarterbacked by Newsday cover athlete Dom Novello, takes on Almont. I've said way too much, so before they cut me short, let's just throw it back to Sean and Haley in the studio.
Thanks, Matt. Let's see if any of these sporting events will be affected by this weekend's weather. Here's Can you help me here?
Cumulonimbus.
Yeah, I'll never learn. Here's Cumulonimbus Charles.
That was good.
Yes.
Huh. This is pretty cool. Oh, sorry. I'm still getting the new set jitters. Oh, and if you haven't got the memo, I'm Cumulonimbus Charles, and you should get pretty used to me, because I know the weather. You probably don't. Fret not. My job is to change that. So, let's get things started. This weekend, though, we're starting on Friday with a high of 81, a low of 53, and a whole lot of sun. That's what's in store for today. Tomorrow, though, tomorrow's going to hit a little different. We've got a high of 84, a low of 66, and a few more clouds than today. And you know how I feel about clouds. Let's just say they call me cumulonimbus for a reason. Well, several reasons, but here and now is not the place to get into that. Then comes Sunday. You know, that makes me realize the summer itself is setting, like a sun. Maybe that explains all the cloud cover. With a low of 67 and a high of 82, we've got a pretty good day on our hands. Well, I guess that's it for today. I've been Cumulonimbus Charles, and I'll see you all next week.
I think the weather looks nice. I'm hoping the Giants pull out a win on Sunday.
Did you just say the Giants and not the Jets? Unbelievable. Don't talk to me. Unbelievable.
We can have this discussion at a later date. They're both going to lose anyways.
Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, fair enough. These have been the B&B morning announcements for Friday, September 9th, and Haley and I's last for first morning announcements.
Thank you for getting it right this time. It
Yeah,
stings every
tried.
time I think about it, though. Have a great day, Mepham.
There's no more.